The Korea faction mod spotlight, something I never thought I would say for Total War Warhammer 3. This mod is going to have units of all types: infantry, cavalry, missile, artillery. It's going to be pretty much what you'd expect from a basic faction starting out, and they're still building upon it. And let's start with the infantry. Just so you know, the English translation is still being worked on from this mod, as this mod is still beta and extremely early on, guys. The first unit up here is a spear infantry, and I really love the design of their spears, the little coloring in the middle. It looks unique, and I like the flag bearers on every single unit. It really looks good. So I think this is a great basic unit, and I just can't wait for them to add more formations in the future. Continuing with the lower tier, we have a low tier sword infantry unit. I really love the design of the units. I mean, this entire mod really dives deep to me into like a more ancient Korean style and really stays closer to what you'd expect from historical, to be honest. So, I mean, I think they did a phenomenal job of really representing that. I could see this in a historical Total War very easily. I really love the design of this spear unit, or kind of like a trident unit or pitchfork. I mean, I just love that. And they have that classic like red feathering near the top. It just looks really, really good. I wish they looked a little better in combat, and maybe the unit was a little bit better looking itself. But overall, I really do like this unit. I just want them to put more formations in the future. I think this mod needs formations to really stand out. We're now moving up to a little bit higher tier infantry unit here. You can tell the armor's gotten a little bit better. You see a little bit more color on these guys, and obviously there's more flags. You know, the increase of flags obviously demonstrates to the increase of strength. But I did like the design of this unit. I like their shielding. I can tell they put a lot of artwork and a lot of research into creating this mod. One of my favorite units in this mod. I love the crescent blades. I love the red. I love like the black blade almost, or like a really dark bronze. Just looks really great in combat, really phenomenal. I think that they should really change nothing on this unit. I just really, really liked it. And there's one more coming up very similar that I like. It's kind of like their higher end unit of this. Okay, I'm going to need somebody in the comments to tell me what this weapon is. It's like a, I don't know how to explain it here. It's like a mace thing with like an extra longer stick here. Like a giant lopsided version of nunchucks. I don't know. Someone tell me what this weapon is. I thought it was interesting. I just didn't know if I liked it. I liked it more on the cavalry troops later in this video than I did on the infantry troops. So let me know what this weapon's called. Okay, you can tell we've jumped up in tier here because the armor got a lot more fancy. These guys look really awesome. I love the coloring. I like the shine on their armor. And obviously you can see the stats across the board have been going up slowly. I feel like these units are very well balanced and maybe honestly a little on the weaker side. We now have a full offense related infantry unit here, the higher tier with dual swords. They looked great in combat, phenomenal. And also, if anyone can tell me in the comments, I mean, I know what one of those flags are. I don't recognize or know many of these other flags. If y'all know the meaning behind them or what they kind of stand for, let me know. Any Koreans in the chat. Remember earlier that crescent blade style unit? This is a unit that's very similar with that red pole, and they do have the blades on the end, but I think these are more like kind of similar to that, but they also have more of a hook design to them, or a blade point. I really do like this unit a lot, and they are like the highest tier infantry unit here. They did great work in combat. Next up, we have Lords and Heroes coming up, which is a weaker area. But first, if you're a gamer like me, you're always looking for the best deals on video games. Check out Instant Gaming. So if you're a PC player, Xbox, PlayStation, or Nintendo player, they're going to have video games for you. You can scroll down, see what games they have out right now and what deals they have going on. Or if you're interested in pre-orders like I am, you can go over here, look at Doom the Dark Ages, which I really, really want. 21% off currently. Click on pre-order, and as simple as that, I can go ahead and buy it right now. The link to Instant Gaming will be down in the description, so check it out, guys. So our first Lord we have here, he's kind of a basic design. I feel like he's more of the generic Lord for this faction. But I do like his look, do like the coloring on him. So, I mean, there's a really good design here. He has a bow, so he has some ranged attack. His missile strength is high, And he also does have a mount version, which is on the horse. I didn't get combat for the mounted horse version. I only got combat for the ground version. But I will say this, his range damage is pretty good. If you kept this guy at range and you focused him on other heroes, I think he would do really great kind of nicking them down. This is one old melee specialist. Also, a lot of the heroes and lords have not been fleshed out on their active abilities and passives. I mean, you're seeing some here. A lot of these don't really have anything in combat I could show off. So, I mean, I think lords and heroes is where they're kind of focused on improving right now. But a lot of the other other parts of the mod I would say is really great. So I would say the weakest part right now is the lords and heroes. Like here we have another melee specialist. I feel like he's the younger version of the last guy. You know what I mean? And I will say this one in combat recording, his textures were off. It was showing him like all green and grayed out or something. So I mean, there's definitely lords and heroes I feel like is where they're probably putting most of their focus right now. I do say though, design-wise, I mean, I think that they're heading in the right direction for this faction. Just off design-wise, I think a lot of it's just features and mechanic implementation and putting what they want into the game. I really like their unique look to this guy, just kind of like all armored up. He has a pistol, a sword. I mean, he wasn't very flashy in combat, but I just really like the design of this, and he definitely stands out versus the others. So I feel like the others are more historical based, and this guy's more fantasy based. Now that we've gotten past the weakest area in this mod, we're back to another really strong point, the missile infantry. So missile infantry wise, you're going to have like 3 different bowman units coming up. And instead of showing each bowman and showing combat, since they're all firing arrows, guys, I just put them all together. I mean, as you can see here, their look changes as you go up higher in tier, and so do the stats change as well as their look. So I mean, it just makes sense. There's nothing flashy about these units. There's no special effects with the arrows. They're just arrows. So I'll put all of them together, and then on top of that, you're going to be able to see them firing in a group. We're now at our first kind of rifle style. This is like a long-range shotgun blast kind of situation here. Out there, it's pretty much like an iron rod that's filled with pellets or something. It shoots pretty much similar to a shotgun. But I really love the look of it, the design of it. I'm sure there's a historical meaning behind this weapon, but it just did some carnage. They really nailed the design on their rifles too. I mean, they just have a very old-fashioned look, so historical design-wise, I mean, they're phenomenal, and they definitely stand out compared to anything else in Warhammer 3. So I really love that design. And similar to the bows, I'm going to go ahead and show off all of the rifle-style units here. Different, you know, they're pretty much as the tiers go up, and then I'll show a combined video of them in action. I love the blue on these guys. I feel like it's a really interesting color combo and it really stands out. And this was one of my favorite range units that they had, the Specialist Missile Infantry. You know, obviously it's super long range. They have those colorful shields, and I think it just really stands out. And I can tell they put a lot of work in designing that shield as well. Then we have our highest tier rifleman unit. And as you can tell here, these guys have the fancy hats, so that makes them, you know, kind of like the highest tier here. And I do love the color combos kind of mixed in there. They really stand out. So I think this is a great unit. We're now at a good section. I'm not going to say this cavalry is great, but I think it's a really good spot. You have the cavalry here starting out with those interesting weapons we talked about earlier. Someone please tell me what these weapons are called. But they have a good look to them, and they did great in combat. I mean, there was really no complaint I could see on this unit. I just want to know more about the history of the unit. Next up, we have a shock cav, but it also has a ranged attack. As you can see, it has a bow. But I guess what makes it shock cav is its main weapon is a glaive, a crescent blade glaive. So, I mean, it does have a really good main weapon. So I would say this is more like a hybrid cavalry unit. Probably everyone's favorite cavalry unit, which is these mounted tigers here. I love the 3 little flags up top. They did a great job designing this, and honestly, I looked up some like ancient Korean artwork, and a lot of these line up really well with how the artwork looked. So they did a great job in my opinion. These things were ruthless. And then we have a dedicated bow missile cav unit. Here, obviously, you're going to use them how you would use most missile cav. You're going to harass them, fire while moving, move it around a lot, and kind of just pick away at the enemy lines. I do like that. There's nothing flashy about the unit, I think it just has a solid design. This is probably my 3rd favorite unit in the cavalry section. We have the dual pistols. They just look really great in combat when they're firing, and I just love the idea of like just blasting both pistols in and then just charging in. Just really love that idea. I looked up some Korean artwork that looks exactly the way this tiger looks, so they did a great job here. Obviously, this is a unique monster unit for the Korea faction, and it just looks really cool. Like, I mean, in combat, you're getting attacked by this like mythical looking tiger, and it's coming at you and taking everyone out. So yeah, great work to the modders on this unit. Okay, I need some background on this one. I don't know, is this a dragon, snake? I mean, I need some background information on this one. I did find some artwork related to this one, but I just want to know more about it. If anybody knows. Pretty much this thing in combat was extremely hard to record, but I did get some pretty okay shots. It's just kind of janky looking when it's going around. One of my favorite units in this mod, and again, I want to learn more about the history of this unit, but I love the design of this lion-looking statue, you know, design here. Is this taking the place of like a mythical or guardian animal or a mythical god? I just want to know more about it. I love the design on this, and I think it looked great in combat. We're now at the section I think that might be the best section, possibly. Siege artillery or artillery section. These here are like pretty much giant mortars, and they are interesting because whenever they impact, it shoots shrapnel like straight up. And I do wish that the shrapnel shot out more, less of a cone-shaped arc and more flat, so they would hit more units. We're now at a siege artillery unit, and these actually shoot an armor-piercing round that looks like a big wooden pole with a metal capped end pointed. And I really do like the idea behind that. These are going to be doing really good impact damage. There's not really any explosiveness going on when it hits. It's just hitting solidly. Out of the artillery, this was probably the least accurate. It's like a shotgun blast. It's shooting a bunch of large steel balls at range, and for some reason, I just did not catch it hitting very much stuff somehow. Like it was like it would miss constantly. I don't know if it was the arc or what was going on, but it missed a lot. And hands down, this is the most unique unit in this mod, the rocket battery. These things fire a whole bunch of like rocket arrows, and they just like paint the entire area, and it leaves arrows in the ground afterwards, which I really love. Honestly, I want to do a short video for this and just have a bunch of these firing into one target because it just looks phenomenal. Like, just look at this volley coming down. I love it. And it wouldn't be complete without a Korean Landship here, which again has a great design. You have cannons out the side, a large cannon coming out the front, riflemen up top, some more guys up top with longer range rifles. They just did a great job designing this. Really, really love it. And honestly, there's nothing to change here. I think this is a great start for a faction, and I can't wait to see the future of this mod and what they grow it into. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. Thank you for watching this. The links to Instant Gaming and my Discord will be down in the description, and a link to the mod. So all the links are down there, guys. I will catch you in the next video. Thank you for watching.